Welcome into another video in my series where we're going through and testing every single weapon inside of Modern Warfare 3 to see how viable these weapons are for you to use inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. This is going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, and the MW2 weapons. Now, Season 4 has dropped recently, and it has brought a big change into Zombies in using one attachment in particular. If you guys haven't already, then go ahead and find a weapon that you can put incendiary rounds on and enjoy. So today, we're going to be looking at a Zhorde of 5.56, taking that through all three tiers, taking on bounty contracts all the way through to see how viable this weapon is for you to use inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. As well, at the end of the game, we're going to take off and head into the Dark Aether and see how it performs in there as well. So if you guys are new around here and you like to see how weapons perform inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, make sure you subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, my streams will start back up, and I stream a ton of custom zombies and other zombie-related games, and I'd just be honored to have you guys come and support us over there on the streams. The links for that you'll find down in the description below. So without further ado, let's find out in the comment section how far along you guys are with the brand new event that is going on. And then after that, there's nothing left to say, but let's get to the review video for today. Alright, so welcome in, and today we're going to be checking out the Zhorde 5.56. We have the forged camo on there from multiplayer, and I think that looks absolutely amazing. Just a quick note, let me know if you guys have unlocked Interstellar for multiplayer inside of MW3 in your game or not. Let me know in the comments, I'd be curious to find out. So we're going to be testing out the Zhorde 5.56, and we're going to be using incendiary rounds on the build, so stick through to the end of the video for the weapon build for that. As well, later on in the video, we are going to be using mags of holding to see how it performs. As well, we are going to be going into the Season 2 Dark Aether to see how well this handles the Dark Aether. Now, when I spawn in and do my weapon testing videos, we spawn in and add nothing but my perks with no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger, so no pack-a-punch, no tools, and yeah, no ammo mods. I did have one extra today, which was mags of holding, or sorry, we got mags of holding also for later, but we also have golden armor plates. So our first bounty we picked up today of our match was a Mimic inside of Tier 1, and we are taking this on with white rarity and no ammo mods and no pack-a-punch on the Zhorde 5.56, and I could already tell that this was good, but not as good as it can be. So stick through, because this is quite the journey today to show you guys just how strong this gets when you finally get it to a max level and max damage output. It is absolutely ridiculous. So we finished off our first bounty contract of the day inside of Tier 1 with white rarity, and I gotta say, this event has me chasing around these DNA strands. So we checked our loot, we got a self-revive out of that, which was nice. And then it was off to visit the Pack-a-Punch machine inside of Tier 1, as I wanted to get the Zhorde 5.56 to Pack-a-Punch 1 and then see what it can do to a bounty contract. However, finding a bounty contract inside of Tier 1 seemed to be a bit of a struggle for me, and I found Pack-a-Punch over there, which was hiding, but we went off and visited Pack-a-Punch. If you don't know, melee the Pack-a-Punch machine before you use it or your Pack-a-Punch crystals to keep your camo on your gun for the rest of the game. So we meleeed it, kept our forged camo on there, put Pack-a-Punch 1 on the Zhorde, and then it was time to grab another bounty contract inside of Tier 1. And this is where I was curious to see, is this where the magic happens when we get it to Pack-a-Punch with the incendiary rounds? However, I did want to show you guys this sinkhole inside of Tier 1. Be careful. It's right there in, I think it's I-6 was the location. Anyway, that's it there. Just be careful you don't fall in. I don't want to see you guys get stuck. If you do, get someone with a vehicle. You should be able to interact with the vehicle and get yourself out. Just a heads up. But you can see already we are pack-a-punched with white rarity inside of Tier 1, and that mangler got like just melted, which was super awesome. So it was time to grab another bounty inside of Tier 1. Before I engage with this bounty contract though, I did want to throw on my legendary tool and my napalm burst, which is my favorite ammo mods for sure. So as I approached our bounty contract, he managed to self-complete himself. Good job, Mangler. So I took the opportunity to throw on my legendary tool and my napalm burst before I went over and checked out our free loot inside of the rift, which was a pack 1 crystal, which I didn't really need. So then it was time to find another bounty contract inside of tier 1, because I was bound and determined to see just how strong this was going to be inside of tier 1. I had a feeling this was going to be just like melting the bounty contract inside of tier 1, just like almost instant delete. So I was excited to go ahead and pick up this bounty contract and see, you know, how this performs. So we picked up our Mangler contract, we put 1 burst into him, and just check it out. Holy smokes. I was jumping up and down here because that is truly epic. Just absolutely eviscerated that tier 1 bounty contract. So at this point, I was left with no other option but to be excited to move into tier 2. But before I did, I had to show you this awesome bit of driving I did. I was thoroughly impressed. I think I did a kickflip in my car. That's a 10 out of 10, I gotta say. I'm absolutely impressed with myself. Anyway, moving on, we picked up our bounty contract inside of tier 2, and we are pack 1, legendary with napalm, and you saw what we did to the Mangler contract inside of tier 1 at the strength that we are. So I was really interested to see how this would work on the tier 2 mimic inside of tier 2, being only pack 1. And I could already tell right off the hop, like, holy smokes, we were just melting stuff, like absolutely just melting things. It feels like tier 1, honestly. So the next thing to do was to get the Holger to pack 2. So we had to go and find the Pack-a-Punch machine, go visit the Pack-a-Punch machine, and after that, it was to go and grab another bounty contract inside of tier 2 now that we are double pack-a-punched with legendary and napalm. So it's time to see just how does this perform inside of tier 2. Is this contract going to be like our tier 1 where we just absolutely eviscerate the contract? And I would expect so for sure. We picked up a mimic, and yeah, like that mimic had no chance. Now I know the SPX-80 sniper rifle will one-shot mega abominations and bounty contracts and HVTs. However, it is a sniper, so I'm not a big fan of using it. The damage is amazing, but this I feel is a lot more viable, as you got 120 rounds and you can just melt things that are at the end of your barrel. They just get absolutely destroyed. So now it's time to go to tier 3. We threw on the PAP 3 crystal I bring in with every single match. We stop at the Wonder Fizz machine to grab our perks, and as I do when I go into tier 3, I like to see if our rituals are here so that I can possibly replenish my PAP 3 crystal and my legendary tool. And to my surprise, with only 15 minutes, under 15 minutes left to go in the match, this ritual inside of tier 3 had not been activated yet. I also noticed when I got into tier 3 today that I was the only player inside of tier 3, so that was truly amazing. And then again, the same thing happened when I activated this ritual and came straight over here. The zombies at first didn't even recognize I was here. It was very strange. They were just kind of AFKing, like I wasn't even here. Like they knew a player was around because they were spawning, but they couldn't path to me, which was very, very strange. Let me know if you guys have experienced this coming into tier 3 before. It's something that I've seen recently in my game, so I'm not sure if it's something that I'm just picking up now. And at this point, the zombies recognized I was here and started to path towards me. So we just stuck around, finished off the ritual, picked up our legendary tool, our PAP 3 crystal, and our 2,000 cash. And then I went over to check the second ritual, and I could not believe my luck. This one was here, and it still had not been activated. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to collect the loot that's here and replenish my legendary tools and my PAP 3 crystals in my stash. I was feeling truly lucky to even be able to get one of these rituals with this little time left in the match, let alone to have 2 of them available for me to complete. So I was super stoked to be able to sit here and, you know, get these rituals complete and get the loot out of them for sure. And the legendary and another PAP 3 crystal, another 2k there, and then I made my way up to the third ritual, and I literally could not believe it. I was like shaking my head while I was playing. This is insane. I got all 3 rituals left. We're about 10 minutes to go in the game, and I was able to activate the 3 rituals inside of tier 3, being the only player in this match that had gone into tier 3 at this point. So I was feeling very blessed and very lucky for sure. So I wanted to show you guys, and the reason I'm showing you these 3 rituals is because this Holger 556 triple packed legendary with napalm just absolutely melts everything inside of tier 3. absolutely just melts everything. The zombies are dropping in one shot, maybe two shots if they're armored. It's literally not a struggle at all to complete these contracts using this Holger. So definitely give it a run. If you guys are able to get in here early and you're able to activate these rituals, then definitely take a chance and go ahead and replenish your stats using this Holger, because it will melt. And check out Omega Abomination. It doesn't even have a chance to fire his laser attack up at me before I'm able to get rid of him. Like, not even a chance. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. The strength of this Holger with those incendiary rounds is absolutely through the roof right now. I would not be surprised if this gets patched, so take advantage of it while you can for sure. And then we went and picked up another bounty contract inside of Tier 3 because I wanted to try and show you guys a Mega Abomination bounty contract, but there was a player that was pleading out and needed help inside of Tier 3. So first thing we did, stop everything we're doing, turn around and make a beeline for the player to get them up and help them out, because going down inside of Tier 3 and having to plead out is no bueno. You come up, you got no perks, so it's time to get that heck out of Dodge. We made sure we got that player up, and then it was time to head off and engage my Disciple bounty contract. Normally, I hate Disciples, but I had no issues today. I mean, look at how fast I just absolutely wiped out that Disciple. It was not a problem at all. And then clearing out the riffraff that was coming after me in this area after I cleared my bounty contract. Again, I was just not having much of a struggle at all. This is definitely easy mode for Tier 3 using this Holger with the incendiary rounds for sure. Definitely. We got a self-revive out of that bounty contract, which was nice to see for sure. So I wanted to try and grab another bounty contract. Like I said, I was trying to show you guys a Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of Tier 3 to show you just how insanely strong this weapon is dealing with an HVT Mega Abomination bounty contract. Being it, you know, one of the strongest bounties inside the game, I definitely wanted to show you guys just how easy it is to deal with these bounty contracts inside of Tier 3. He doesn't even really fire up a laser attack. Like, look at the damage we are doing to our Mega Abomination bounty contract there. He's not even looking at me, and he's already almost completely finished, and we finish off the bounty contract right there. Like, that is absolutely nuts. Truly awesome damage right now for sure. Then it was time to throw on Mags of Holding because I wanted to be able to grab the sigil that was in the reward rift so that we could head off into Tier 3. I didn't bother grabbing the schematic because I was going to the Dark Aether and I knew I was going to be doing that solo, so there was not much point in bringing a schematic with me because I wouldn't be able to hand it off to a player. But another Mega Abomination spawned in Tier 3. No problem. Easy work. Let's just melt him down. And how does it handle, you know, the crowd control, just the congestion that is Tier 3? Like a hot knife through butter. It just melts absolutely everything. Disciples, no problem. We'll just take you out like you didn't exist. This is unbelievably broken. There's another Mega Abomination to show you guys. It doesn't even have a chance to fire up laser attacks. I don't even bother trying to move. It's just stand and shoot. The Mega Abomination is gone. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. I mean, this is got to be up there. I would say the strongest, but it's got to be that sniper rifle because it can one-shot Mega Abominations inside of Tier 3. So it was time, as we were out of time in the match, it was time to head off to the Dark Aether and see how this Holger performs inside of the Dark Aether. Are we able to actually make easy work of the Dark Aether? Now, I know it's not the Elder Dark Aether we're going into. It is just the regular Dark Aether. But I still wanted to show you guys, nonetheless, just how strong this Holger is inside of here. Like, this is absolutely crazy. I don't usually feel confident, you know, enough with just myself and one weapon to go into the Dark Aether and complete contracts inside of there without making sure, you know, I've got everything I need. Casmirs, self-revives, decoys, you know, all the good stuff for sure. But this time, I wanted to test out this Holger in here with, you know, nothing, just the gun to deal with stuff. I got a self-revive, the ray gun I didn't need. I've got all the schematics unlocked, so I didn't bother picking up the ray gun case. And then it was time to grab our P&D contract inside of the Dark Aether. And this is just so strong inside of here. Like, I was feeling so super confident running around doing this. I feel like this is something I could definitely solo using this gun with the Elder Sigil in this Dark Aether for sure. Just with the sheer amount of damage that this is able to dish out to the zombies that come to you. I mean, you know, and I think we all know that this P&D can be absolutely chaotic with just the amount of zombies and elites and just everything that is coming at you. And you can see here just how well this gun handles everything inside of here. I was able to stay inside of the P&D contract for the entire time. The only thing I put down a couple times was my energy mines. I wasn't throwing any decoys. I wasn't throwing any, you know, monkey bombs or Casimirs or anything like that. I got lucky with the insta-kill towards the end of the P&D, which definitely helped out for sure. But again, this Holger is so strong. Definitely give this a run, guys. Try it out. If you need to complete stuff inside of the Dark Aether, I highly recommend you put this on and run inside the Dark Aether, and you should have a fairly easy time of dealing with everything that's inside that Dark Aether. Again, the loot in there was nothing I needed, but it was good to see the blood burner keys spawn in. Now, this one is the Aether extractor contract. Now, usually I won't even come in here and attempt this contract unless I have Casimirs. But I was feeling so confident with this gun today that I went in here with decoys and my energy mine, and that was all that I used to complete these Aether reactor contract inside of the Dark Aether. It was absolutely crazy. The amount of damage I can dish out with this gun is like, I can clear so much riffraff around these contracts that it's definitely something that is impressive to see for sure. I mean, this is so strong. Also, let me know, guys, down below in the comments if you're enjoying some Dark Aether footage for myself. If you would like to see me complete the other Dark Aethers solo, let me know down in the comments. I'm also interested to try out this particular gun against the Red Worm and see how it handles the Red Worm boss fight. So let me know down in the comments if that's something that you guys would like to see on the channel. I'd love to hear the feedback from you guys. But you can see here, as we are clearing out the crowd that is around the last Aether reactor, just using this Holger. I did take it down right here. I should have grabbed that nuke before I activated this, but that was okay because I had like picked up 2 of them during my run earlier, so it wasn't a big deal. We just finished off that contract, got the nuke, checked out the loot. I got the mags of holding, which is really the only reason why I came into the Dark Aether in the first place today, was to get another mags of holding so I could use that. So it was time to ping my exfil and get the heck out of the Dark Aether. And just to show you guys at the exfil just how strong this is. It is insane. And this Dark Aether, I know we're not in the Elder Sigil, but man, does the Dark Aether get crazy when you are trying to leave. I tried to stick around a little bit just to show you guys how strong this is, and it got intense almost instantaneously. I thought I was going to go down right here at the exfil. It was time to get the heck out of Dodge, and we did. Thank goodness. And what an epic run. Check out the loot I got from today's run, which is truly amazing. I couldn't be happier with what I received today during the run. And like I do at the end of every single video, we have the weapon build for the Holger 556 that I used for today's run. So if you guys want to make any changes to the build, let me know down in the comments below. As well, we have the camo, so you guys know which camo I'm running on this, as people have asked. So I just thought I would show you guys that the camo I used for today is from multiplayer, and it is the forged camo under the Holger 556 Mastery is where you will find that. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.